Hey there, I'm glad you made it. I'm Melanie. This is Enchanted Orchard Presents, a vlog. I made you a clip. I hope you like it. I'll see you later. No matter where you go, there you are. For a long time, this quote haunted me. Now, it's a comforting sentiment. The words did not change. Rather, my perspective and opinion of myself shifted substantially. A year ago, I single-handedly sabotaged every source of joy in my life because I didn't feel worthy of love. Today, I embody love with every breath that I take. I am cultivating an intimate bond with myself and loving every minute of it. The roads I navigated to the place where I am today are some of my favorites so far in my life. Remembering who I am, my magic, my divinity, has been an impeccable experience, one that will continue for lifetimes to come. It is an absolute pleasure to share with you these tools that have proven useful in my journey. My sincere hope for you is to remember your own magic and divinity. I love you. Today we will be navigating through 3 concepts. Before I begin, when applying these tools to your journey, exercise awareness and moderation. Concept 1. Be the observer. Correct when and where you can. Before diving in, let's discuss how we exercise awareness and moderation in this concept. We exercise awareness when being the observer, as we embrace that we are not our emotions, thoughts, or bodies. We are the consciousness that observes it all. We exercise moderation while being the observer by connecting with our intuition to decide when and where to correct. Now let's dive in to make more sense out of this concept. Being the observer is a concept that derives from the fundamental understanding that humans are pure consciousness experiencing a human timeline, meaning that it is possible for a human to purely observe their own emotions, thoughts, as well as needs and mechanisms of the body and mind. Because this is possible, it is understood that we must be something more watching all of it. This is called consciousness. Consciousness makes up everything around us. When realizing that we are consciousness, we begin to observe the core reasons in our behaviors and patterns without being attached to them. That is when we are able to heal and discard what does not serve our highest good. I began my journey as an observer early on in my healing. It was introduced to me by my therapist, Dr. Nathan. The wisdom he shared with me is still in practice in my life today. I began by listening to my thoughts as I drove, sometimes even turning down the music and listening to the chatter in my mind. I found that I spent most of my time and energy criticizing myself and others. So I began interrupting these thoughts, sometimes out loud, and correcting. For example, if the thought was, "Why is she wearing that?" I would interrupt myself and say, "Well, I don't know, but I do know that it's none of my business." Taking it one step further by adding, "Why did I feel the need to judge her?" Funny enough, our brains will respond if we just sit still and listen. For me, judging others is something that my family uses as a hobby of sorts. That is how it was encoded into my programming. I even found that when I felt insecure, I would judge others more aggressively. And there, my friends, was my answer. The insecurities that had been passed down to me, coupled with my own, created a hostile environment internally, and I coped by deflecting, which manifested itself as judgment of myself and others. Once I addressed the wound of insecurity, I now rarely feel the need to force my judgments on others or myself. And when it happens, I am able to correct it in the moment because I understand where it stems from. Concept 2. Be gentle with yourself. Practice patience and compassion. Let's discuss how awareness and moderation play a role here. We exercise awareness while being gentle, patient, and compassionate by recognizing that you will need love and support in your journey, and it must come from you. We exercise moderation while being gentle, patient, and compassionate by tuning into our inner child and nurturing skills to decide when we should be implementing tough love and when gentle love is in order. I approach this concept by thinking of my healing journey as a journey of reparenting. I visualize my inner child either inside or outside, and I recognize that I have been through a lot. You would be surprised how effective it is to acknowledge one's suffering. A good affirmation for this is, my feelings are valid and they matter. The concept of being gentle with yourself is used on a daily basis, and especially when we are actively putting concept 1 into practice. When we revisit past traumas in order to heal and learn from them, it is essential to hold space for yourself to feel any and all feelings that may arise, as well as talking yourself through this experience. For instance, keeping in theme with the example of concept 1. When healing the wound of insecurity, I was very gentle and patient with myself, understanding that because of this wound, I had caused pain to others. This did not mean I was a bad person, rather a hurt person in the journey of healing. I did not excuse my behavior, but rather I showed compassion to myself by holding a safe space for me to be imperfect as I relived painful moments, understanding that all we can do is do better next time. This is easier said than done, but it is not impossible. A good affirmation for this practice is, I acknowledge the pain I caused. I am healing in efforts to do better moving forward. I am proud of me. To sum it all up, be the parent you wish you had and express your inner child like you would have wanted to from birth. Concept 3. Honor yourself. Rest. Listen inward. Have fun. As with the other 2 concepts, awareness and moderation also have a home here. We practice awareness we practice awareness while we honor ourselves by being authentic. We practice awareness while we honor ourselves by being authentic and honest with oneself and others around us. A good affirmation for this is, I am safe to be my most authentic self. We practice moderation while honoring ourselves by intuitively allowing balance in all things. It is the understanding that you will likely be different on different days. A good quote to keep in mind is, rest can do more than the hustle ever could. Meaning, resting is also being productive because you are replenishing your vessel. This concept for me was difficult because I did not associate rest or taking time to slow down or having fun with being productive. The challenge with this concept will be to unlearn that the only way to be productive is to be hard at work, and embrace that your individuality by listening and fulfilling your needs. A part of honoring yourself is having as much fun as you can in all aspects of your life. Your life is supposed to feel good to you. Take your inner child out to play. Get to know each other. In summation, honor yourself by being authentic with yourself and others. Rest, listen to your needs, and have a blast. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, it's been a pleasure to be of service to you. Until next time. So I messed up a couple times while I was recording. I am sitting on rocks right by the ocean, and there's like people walking behind me. It was a whole thing. But in efforts of being authentic, as the lesson teaches us today, I decided to keep it in. In the video, I kind of recorded it too low. But again, I mean, there's a rainbow behind me in like most of the videos. So in efforts of being authentic, I kept it in. But we're gonna fix all those kinks for the next video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, did you love it? Maybe not. Either way, let me know down in the comments. Please make sure to check my description for my TikTok and my Etsy. Thank you for your support. Until next time, my loves.